So we do know the date, or at least the month that Drake is dropping his next album. Now the only thing I would say about that is I get the whole title Scorpion, he's a Scorpio. It's dropping in June. Of course my birthday month, that's pretty dope. And a couple singles he got out, God's Plan, Nice for What, and Nice for What is now number one, God's Plan is number two. I don't really know what to expect on this Drake album. Honestly, I'm not really expecting shit. Drake is gonna be Drake regardless, but I do feel like he has to redeem himself for more life and views. You know what I mean? I don't really want to get into that. Definitely got into that before in the video, but this is kind of unexpected. I figured that, I don't know, maybe the album would drop a little later this year, but for the summer, I feel like he's definitely capitalizing off the success, as far as a rollout. He built the hype for the album. We knew an album was coming. But the thing that still is in my mind is when he said at the end of the record, and y'all know which one I'm talking about, I'll give you the summary in 2018. So I'm looking forward to, a story of some type of, I don't know, I guess a ending or whatever you want to call it to the story he was telling then, because I just thought that was pretty brave to say something like that. And we don't count More Life as an album, it's more like a quote unquote playlist, you know. So this is an album that he ain't had really in 2 years. So with that being said, what really are some of the things that a lot of fans really don't want? I think they tired of the whole name dropping thing, the whole him melodically singing, crooning, and things of that nature. Some people want a lot of bangers, just hits on this particular album. I think that'd get pretty boring if it just every song hit, hit, hit. They kind of want him to stay away from the I guess the Caribbean side of himself, the Jamaican Drake or whatever the case may be. They really don't want that. I don't really know what to expect. I mean, out of the records that he's been dropping and the features he's been on, he's been kind of killing it. That Black Boy joint, Black Boy JB joint, that Trouble joint, that shit is kind of crazy. And then he got God's Plan, Nice for What. I mean, a lot of people with the Nice for What record, they kind of like, they really don't they care for it, but then they don't. I just find it amazing that he drops a record, basically, it's a man bashing record. Like, let's be real. That's basically what it is. You know what I mean? It's like, that's kind of crazy. The reception on that record was 50-50, I'll say. God's Plan, that was out of here. But what would his third, record be? He needs some form of draft day type record. We all know that one record to where Drake is doing his shit talking and it's like, pitting them bars together. And I feel like that's the type of record that he need, at least for the third joint. You need something for niggas to be like, yo, you know what I mean? Okay, this the Drake that, them little records that he'll throw, even though they don't make the album, them little side records, whatever you want to call them, throwaways or whatever. And most notably, every album he put out, he do have a couple of them joints that be fire. So I'm looking forward to at least one of those. Even if it don't make the album, at least throw something out there, But I don't know, man. At this point in time, Drake is definitely going to go down as a legend. Hate him or love him. And some will argue that he is the GOAT, the whole ghostwriting shit. I think we kind of over that. It's just like, a couple lines in a fucking mixtape doesn't take away from a person that's been writing for fucking years. Definitely can tell he wrote for others, gave hits away from the beginning of his career. So let's not get into the whole ghostwriting bullshit, all right? But I don't know, man. I just want something, I don't want him to go backwards as far as his career. I don't need another fucking Take Care. I don't need another, Thank Me Later. I don't need none of those moments that we already had. And I don't like when artists kind of do that. That's notably why I haven't talked about Nicki yet, because I'm kind of still listening to those records and trying to get the right thoughts out. But I want Drake to keep moving forward. Set the trend. Don't follow a trend. And I definitely see that lately he's kind of been, doing his own thing, and that's pretty dope. You know what I mean? Different flows he's kind of catering to, and some he's left alone. I just feel like he needs to show us what he meant by he gonna finish the story in 2018, and we less than a couple months away from the album dropping. Don't know the date yet, but I don't know. It'll more than likely be on a fucking Friday, or he can do some crazy shit and drop it on a Monday just on the streaming platform, and then the actual release, you know what I mean, will be a Friday. But I don't know. This album definitely has a lot of buzz behind it, so you know it's gonna do the numbers. Some say it'll go platinum in a week. Some don't seem to think that. I think it's gonna do great numbers though. You know what I mean? He definitely go walk away with another platinum plaque. And if he got notable records that'll be on the charts, he definitely will pick up a couple awards next year. But what y'all think? What y'all waiting on? What y'all want to hear from Drake? Let me know in the comment section. Or are you one of those people that are sick of Drake? You never liked him and he's trash. If that's the case, leave it in the comments and I'll holler at y'all, man. One.